All right, Terry, ahead of what's coming up, how are you feeling? How does it feel to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
It's exciting, right? It's
Yeah.
exciting. You don't get into the sport for this reason,
Yeah.
but definitely it's a great honor. And I think the biggest thing for me when I think of the Hall of Fame is, when I think of the moment, of next week,
Yeah.
you really start thinking about all the people along the way that have helped you
Yeah.
and help you rise to be in a position where you can be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
And there's just so many, right? There's so many, starting with my parents, right, and my extended family. I mean, they were the bedrock, right?
Yeah.
And given me the skills and just the ability to do what I've done for the last 23 years here at USA Wrestling. So I think that's the biggest thing, is you think about those people that have helped you along the way.
Yeah.
And I'm just grateful for them, and grateful for being around them and having a life of people constantly pouring into you.
Yeah.
Right? And I feel that's what my life has been. And so now I get to give back to the next generation.
Yeah.
Right? And that's exciting, and it's been a great journey. But really, I think about the people that have really poured into me over the years.
Yeah. What are some things, as you look back on your career, that stand out to you that you would think have propelled you to get to this point, but also are surprises that helped you get to this point?
I don't know. I mean, I know I'm not getting inducted into the Wrestling Hall of Fame for my wrestling, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I had some highlights in my career for sure, but nothing like I've been doing the last 23 years. I think that, where women's wrestling has gone from 2002 to where it is right now, I mean, there's been so much growth and so much excitement, and within the program, we've had a lot of success as of the last 5 to 10 years, but so there's a lot of moments like that. But I think what I think sticks in my mind the most is the individual accomplishments that we've had so many of our athletes have over the years. The Helen Lewis's, the Adeline Grays, the Teresa Stocks, the Sarah Hildebrands, they've really lifted our program to sites that maybe we wouldn't even have seen. Right?
Yeah.
And we've had growth that I don't know if we could have drawn it up this fast.
Yeah.
How fast we've grown and how much we've grown within our state system, within our collegiate system. So I know that's a big part of it, right? And why I'm getting inducted next week. And it's been really just an honor to be a part of this, right? And a part of this journey with women's wrestling. Definitely not where I thought my career was going when I was thinking and knowing I wanted to be involved in coaching. I never thought about being involved in women's wrestling, right? But that's just where that was the opportunity afforded me, and that's where wrestling took me. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the life I've had within the sport and the people that I've been able to be around. It's just it's not only lifted me up, it's raised my daughter.
Yeah.
Right? It's helped our family come together, right? I mean, and so there's so many things about wrestling that I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a great weekend next weekend.
Awesome. Okay, so looking forward, what are you most looking forward to? That'll be the first part of the question, then I'll ask the second part in a second.
So the next 4 years?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
the next quad.
So this next quad, it started. We're in it right now, and we're starting to see a new national team starting to develop.
Yeah.
And it's always exciting after Olympic Games because there's always some turnover, right? And there's always some new blood coming into the system, and that's exciting, right?
Yeah.
That's exciting. They bring a new energy with them and a new curiosity. And so I'm excited to be around this next group of athletes and prepare them, and hopefully we can have great success in LA. And having LA at the end of the quad, right? Being at home for Olympic Games, that's special, right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen very often, right? So to be able to hopefully be a part of that in 2028, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Awesome. The second half of that question is, With the inclusion of women's wrestling in the NCAA, how does that, get you more excited for the collegiate space? You kind of touched on it a little bit, but how does that get you more excited for the collegiate space?
Well, there's no doubt that, our national program will go where our college program leads us, right? And our college coaches right now, they hold the lion's share of the athletes within their programs. They're doing a lot of the day-to-day work, right? And it's helping them help us, right? And so I think it's exciting that we're finally, we've worked a long time to get NCAA status, championship status with the NCAA, and to finally be there is a huge thing, and I think it's going to be definitely a shot in the arm for our national program.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can continue to grow there. But it was one of the key principles that we thought that, to be able to compete and contend with countries like Japan and China, and hopefully step on top of this system, right, at the world level. We knew that this had to happen, right? We knew that
for sure
the NCAA status and the championship status was an important step in that process. So to finally have it here, and it's happening in the spring of 2026, to have our first true NCAA championship, we're really excited about that, and hopefully that bodes well for us.
Yeah. Is there anybody that you would like to thank going into next week?
Well, there's so many people. I could stand here for an hour, right? There's so many people, but I have to thank my parents for the the life they've afforded me. My family, my wife. There's no way I would be on this journey without her vision. I think of where women's wrestling could be. Otherwise, I probably would never be in the position. So my wife and daughter for allowing me to follow my passion, right? And do what I love to do, and just be on this journey with me, right? And so those are the people I think front and center. But besides that, it's the people behind the scenes, right? It's the mentors and the coaches that have lifted me up. It's the athletes. It's the organization of USA Wrestling, and everyone that works behind the scenes to make us look good. And the people at the U.S. Olympic Committee. All these people have had a huge impact on my career as a coach, and our program and how it's risen up. So really, there's so many people to thank. I'll just say thank you, wrestling, and it's a great thing to be a part of.
Well, congratulations, Terry. We can't wait to celebrate you all of next week.